Hi, good day, everyone. I'm here to discuss about empowering climate resilient communities and businesses. As you all know, climate change is real. It will definitely impact the way we live, work, and do business in the future. By the way, my name is Felix. I'm the founder of Komunidad Global. Our business focuses on weather and environmental intelligence services within the Asia region. We are providing services within the local government sector in the Philippines, in India, and also the private sector for agriculture, energy, utilities, mining, and a lot more in the Asia region. We are based in Singapore and in the Philippines. So my talk for now is actually the role of data interoperability in disaster risk reduction. So what I'll do is to cite real-world examples to perfectly describe this by choosing industries to describe how they use it on a daily basis, and then also how they use high-quality data sets in order for them to have more decision-making tools and a new approach, which is called an impact-based approach in terms of disaster risk reduction. So what I'm going to do for the real world examples, I'll cite two industries, which is an airport and a city municipality. So I'm going to compare how these two industries manage weather related risks on a daily basis. I think for me, this is the best example to describe data interoperability and also some things that that can be enhanced uh, in the future. So yeah, as we all know, airports operates with precision using a data-driven approach. In the airport, of course, everything is powered by data. You know, the data in the plane, the data in the airports, the schedules of flights, arrival times, weather, and so on. So they operate in a very precise way. Um, and let me give you an example of a data that they used for certain operations, just for me to describe the data interoperability. So this is a an infrastructure. These are infrastructure by Pag-asa. We call it the Lightning Detection Network. So Pag-asa installed more than 30 sensors nationwide. These are high-quality industrial sensors. For the purpose of it is to detect lightning strikes and early warning for dangerous thunderstorms. Why do they build this infrastructure? So this infrastructure was actually built to produce data, right? So now these data is being used by NAIA. That's the reason why you see yellow and red alerts for lightning and dangerous thunderstorms, Subic Airport, and other airports also, and other government agencies. So this network produces actually detection efficiency of lightning. So they can detect lightning in the clouds and lightning cloud to ground, meaning those lightning that go down to the ground that are very dangerous. It detects that efficiency from up to 0 to 100 meters, and it provides you early detection of dangerous thunderstorms. Uh, this means that you can now detect, this sudden rain that we are experiencing that are not caused by the way, we're not talking about typhoons here. We're talking on a daily basis. What are the other environmental factors that affect our businesses and our communities? So the lightning and thunderstorm data, that's the reason why I'm presenting this to you, is because this is a perfect example of how data operates. Here in an airport setting, they use this data, and then they have decision support tools to that justifies their decision, right? So for example, if there's a lot of lightning strikes, so they tell the planes to, hey, land, you can land after 15 minutes, so just stay up in the air and land after 15 minutes. They can also readjust schedules. So if there's dangerous thunderstorm for an hour, they can also reroute the planes to other airports and so on. So they base on the decision based on the network and then the data that you see from the previous slide. The purpose of it, of course, is for the ultimate safety of passengers, airplanes, and the ground crew, and everything that involves airport operations. So imagine that network produced by by Pag-asa, and it automatically feeds it in the airport systems, and and then they decide for ultimate safety. The reason why I'm showing this to you is, a city municipality in the Philippines also has access to the same data set, right? But why it's rarely used? That's my question. So every city municipality actually has access to that data that you see in the airports. So if what if a city municipality has the same outlook as an airport operator and also has the same level of treating that risk with urgency? If they have the same outlook in terms of operations, I think most of our communities will be super safe, right? Will be also alerted early and a lot more. So what I'm trying to say is, what are the benefits if they use that data set and apply a data-driven and automated approach? So I'm citing you an example. What if the government or a local city use that data in their city or province? So currently now, what we see in cities and municipalities, they have command centers. They have like 300 screens, 1,000 CCTVs, and like 200 browsers. I mean, I'm just exaggerating, but yeah, you get my point. But these systems are not really integrated to each other. So they have multiple systems. It's really hard to manage. And what the result of that systems, the command center, is a person making a report asking the mayor to sign that document, and they post it on social media. Imagine the risk report we see is like in the form of letter, right? Like, hi, mayor, governor, and then the sign, like something like that. So, and then you also see, imagine they have invested in hundreds of equipments. Then a person just writes the risk and send it to social media. I mean, you already spent a lot of money there, but why not spend also in dissemination and then these systems, just like what airports are doing. So here's the thing. So if they apply an integrated approach, actually, just like what we do at Komunidad. So since they have the data, we have the access to a lot of data. Why not create a smart dissemination? And for example, if you have 100 barangays, you can create 100 risk analysis every day that is sent to a barangay leader or a school, or like if you have 1,000 concerned locations in your city, just send a daily risk analysis report since you already have a lot of data. At least they are informed about risks in certain timelines, like 6 hours, 1 day. They can also receive alerts. For example, just like in the airports, if there's lightning activity, if there's thunderstorm, if there's heavy rain, then they could be alerted earlier, right? Like in a text or in an email or in a mobile app. The important thing is these information are automatically sent to the communities where they need to be, right? And yeah, if I put that in a province, this is an example that our team did. So I integrated the data from the airport to a community, right? So as you can see here, you can already see that there's risk for communities that are risk in lightning, right? But other communities are just, really for only for monitoring. So I can already see who are at risk. So if that community has like a football field or a golf course, you can say that, hey, it's not really nice to play golf, or, for the kids to play outside. Or if it's in a coastal area, in a beach, if there's lightning activity, of course. Yep. And lightning, people die from lightning, nowadays. It's not really like you can just ignore it, right? I think last time in Siargao, someone died because, of a lot of lightning. And then I think in the golf course, someone also died. Here, you can also pick a parameter, like, for example, heat index. So what barangay is the most hottest for today? So yeah, you can see there heat index. Yeah, for some, temperature may not be important, but of course, if you have, let's say, a senior citizen who are at risk of too much heat and so on, if you have a medical condition, it's also very important to know these types of things. For 6-hour rain forecast, it's nice to know in 6 hours that it will have heavy rain. So if you are in a flooded area, at least you are informed already, right? So these data, actually, these are just visualizations that you can do. But there's also a lot of things you can do, right? You can also empower communities, just like what other LGUs are doing now. So they are empowering every school principal, every business continuity manager in a company, site managers, construction foremans, and also barangay leaders. So they're empowering them with tools for decision making. So if you have 1,000 locations, then you have 1,000 visualizations automatically that you can access anytime, anywhere. And these intelligence are focused on a specific location, not Cebu, but let's say not Cebu, not Davao, not Manila, but it says like where you are, where specifically you are. That's the risk analysis that you get. And yes, there's also a lot of things you can do with these decision support tools. For example, you can also make use of early warning notifications. In this case, for example, you can automatically receive specific warnings based on a threshold. So, in the smart way to do it is, for example, if you are in a landslide-prone area, and then there's soil erosion in when there's heavy rain, so you need to have a heavy rain alert, right? So if you are in a if you organize events like football outdoor events, or if you are organizing a golf event, lightning strikes are also important to you, right? So if you are in a flooded area, dangerous thunderstorm alert is important to you because it means there will be heavy rain in the next hour. So you can identify the risk per city, on a per city level, on a per barangay level, and it just tells you, the things that you want to know. Because the point here is, currently, traditionally, what we know is, hey, there's a typhoon. Where's the typhoon now? What's the signal, right? It doesn't tell you the impact to your location. And typhoons, actually, you can already like predict it because there's early warning. But how about these sudden rain, right, that you see every day? So now, if we have that early warning, it could really help, right? And aside from that, the reason why we can do this now is, these are just some examples of companies that are advancing the weather forecasting industry. For example, Tomorrow.io, it's a US-based company. So they have proprietary radar-equipped satellites, and then they will be launching a lot in space, right? So once they have this already, we can already have, good weather resolution for every 3 kilometers in the Philippines and globally, right? IBM is also doing this with their AI and then with their supercomputer. So they have a new model. ECMWF also updated their forecasting systems. So the purpose of these companies is to make data available anytime, anywhere, and even though you do not have any weather equipments, you can already have this risk analysis. So if I'm a farmer, let's say very remote, I only have access to SMS information, then I can send you the data already about your farm, things that the risk data or whatever data that you can use. So these are just real world examples using that data and make it operate for you. This is an example in Mandaluyong City where every barangay now has a risk analysis system. So it's not like only the command center has access, but they are empowering on a barangay level, on a school level, all the hospitals, every leader to have these risk systems to support decision making. So this doesn't replace Pag-asa, because Pag-asa information is also here, but it just only gives you an overview of the risks. In terms of accuracy, of course, there's no such thing as 100% forecast, but at least it gives you an idea. It's like when you're going out and you think it's gonna rain. If someone tells you, oh, it might rain, so you bring an umbrella, right? But if it doesn't rain, at least you're happy. But if it rains, at least you're prepared. So that's what this risk analysis mean. That's a perfect example of it. And now the LGUs are trying to adopt this concept. However, it needs more, of course, education and adaptability of the system. So now most organizations are putting it in social media, so that it's gonna be, instead of sending a letter signed by the mayor, why not do more graphically I think understandable, so that you can connect to your audience, right? So for example, in this one is in Taguig City, where we put also mosquito activities. Mosquito activity actually their what you call this, their activity or lifestyle actually is based on the weather, because they cannot really regulate the temperature. So there are certain weather patterns that mosquitoes like. So if you put the weather in that kind of aspect, you can already visualize the mosquito activity in a certain area. So it's a weather intelligence and mosquito activity has actually it's integrated. So now let's say you can see here an LGU, air quality index, and air quality index is very important now for climate change monitoring and a lot of things. And yeah, you can see here also the temperature. So we're not just talking about typhoons here, but all the risks possible for a community. Yeah, you can also see here, well, commonly, this is the common disaster is typhoon. So if there's a typhoon, at least you get to track it and get to see the reports. You don't have to wait for the news. You don't have to, to assume that, So, yeah, what is the future that we see if we use a data-driven approach? What I mentioned here in this talk is only about a certain section or certain data that we are using. The perfect example I did was in the airports, because what if the LGUs or cities apply the same outlook to the airports and use a data-driven approach? If we use that, and if we take that seriously, we are rich in data in the Philippines, but we do not use that. Mostly, what we do is we just look at social media, we look at public website. In the airports, you don't use a free website for the safety of of the people in the plane or in operations. You do not use free websites, right? But in the government, it's just the same. You're still managing a group of people, but we are already okay with the free website, right? I mean, that's what I'm trying to say is government is already investing in infrastructure and systems to produce high quality data sets, which was the slide I presented earlier. Why not make use of that investment, right? These data can be available to a lot of communities and businesses that can help. If the government, let's say, invest in this infrastructure and give everyone access to the data, regardless if it's free or paid, we can build a nationwide weather risk intelligence system. It means that every point in the Philippines, regardless of how many, you can create an automated reporting and dissemination on a national scale. So you can use a lot of tools, right? You can use email, you can use websites, whatever. You can also send it via SMS, Viber, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, whatever medium you want. The concept is an impact-based approach where local risks assessments are available anytime and anywhere. Yes, so the concept of this is mostly on how we use data to empower businesses and communities to be climate resilient. So by using all the data that we have, this is not impossible actually. So actually we are already doing this. So we actually have this kind of system, at Komunidad, and we apply this in let's say, for example, in India. The risks are not typhoon, but the risks, there's 100 people who died for 2 days of lightning activity, mostly farmers, fishermen. So imagine, that risk, that kind of risk. So if that area has a lot of risk for dangerous thunderstorm and lightning, then use that data to alert the people, right? So in the Philippines, typhoons and a lot more. So we need to identify these decision making context, right? What are the data that is important to every region, and then we use that data, and then we make tools, and then we make dissemination very efficient. I think this is just my point, and I hope everyone, what do you call this, um, get some good inputs from my talk, and yeah, if you want to know more about what are the data that's available in the Philippines, what are the systems that you can use for safety of your people, assets, and efficiency of operations. And especially now, we also have environmental and social governance compliance. So you can also apply these types of data. So just let us know. You can check out our website at comunidad.co, or you can contact me via LinkedIn, Felix Aike. And yeah, and thanks Philippine Startup Summit for letting us have this keynote talk. And if you have questions, just send me a message. Thank you very much.
This is Brittany. She's been tasked with producing the company's next big event, happening in just a few weeks. The event technology options are seemingly endless. Until she found the perfect platform to engage and delight attendees. This is Excel Events, a virtual and hybrid events platform that has all of your must-have features in one place. From connecting attendees to brand exhibitors, seamless networking functionality, and custom ticketing options, you can manage the event ecosystem all from one place. Stream your live videos right on the platform, or integrate your favorite streaming provider so speakers can focus on delivering their message, while event managers are confident about delivering their run of show. Attendees can have direct access to speakers using built-in chat features. They can have one-on-one sessions with speakers or other attendees to create an intimate networking setting. Attendees are able to connect to multiple live sessions without ever leaving the platform. Create better events with flexible agendas. Native live streaming. In-depth analytics. Lead gen management. Multiple concurrent session functionality. Integration with popular software solutions. Learn more about Excel Events by visiting excelevents.com. Try it for free today and change the way you see events.
Your customers have bills to pay, essentials to buy, and services to hire. Make it secure, reliable, and hassle-free for them with PayMaya. PayMaya's payment solutions have you covered because now you can accept all kinds of cashless payments any way you do business, whether it's in-store, delivery, via mobile app, on your website, or even without a website. Plus, you can monitor your business growth on a single dashboard.
Nandoon ka at my lowest. Nung isa-isa na wala mga customers ko. Nung akala ko, pasara na shop ko. You gave me hope when all seemed dark and when I was lost. You encouraged me to look beyond, to go beyond, to focus on my family, friends, and blessings despite it all. Lahat yun, naitawid ko kasi nandyan ka sa tabi ko, nagpapaalala na kaya ko. So ngayon dahil sa'yo, mas matapang na ako to face any challenge. And now I realize what matters most. So thank you. Thank you for being there for me through everything. Nagbago man ang mundo, alam ko, kaya ko na harapin ang araw-araw na walang takot. Kasi you are just right by my side. And I can always count on you. Kaya salamat, ikaw talaga ang BFF ko.
Filipinos have struggled with the most essential facets of life, like health, education, livelihood, managing finances, and many more. Our country needs all the help it can get to manage its burden.
We want to maximize digital technology to provide solutions for real customer pain points. This is how 917 Ventures came to life.
The Philippines' largest corporate venture builder, We ideate, launch, accelerate, and scale new business ideas that have the potential to grow fast. Through our portfolio companies, we empower consumers and businesses to power through and emerge stronger every day, pandemic or not.
Our vision at GCash is finance for all.
Beyond financial services, GCash has become a super live app with over 51 million registered users.
Consulta MD is the largest telehealth company in the Philippines with over 1 million users.
Health Now is an integrator platform that brings health and care to every Filipino in one tap at the comfort of your homes.
With these healthcare solutions, Filipinos now have access to doctors 24/7 and get their medicines delivered on the same day.
And as we all strive to search for safer ways to go about our days, we understand how customers are starting to rely on online grocery shopping for their daily essentials. This is where PureGo comes in.
PureGo has become one of Metro Manila's top-of-mind grocery delivery services, with its best-priced grocery items from trusted brands.
Sparking a difference on ad tech, digital media, and creatives that helps brands create more meaningful connections with their customers by leveraging data and prioritizing the power of insights.
We at Rush offer an out-of-the-box solution that helps businesses start their digital transformation in the most cost-effective manner.
Rush and AdSpark's marketing, loyalty programs, and e-commerce solutions help future-proof businesses, prepare them for the surge of online shopping and transactions, and find their footing in the digital world. 917 Ventures continues to offer innovative solutions with the addition of 2 more portfolio companies. Enkiro, with its suite of artificial intelligence-powered products, and M360 with its multi-channel communication services. Our secret? We innovate for the people, not the prestige. We ideate opportunities, launch solutions, accelerate lives.
We are committed to build more ventures to further accelerate the country's digital transformation.
The future is now. The future is us. We are 917 Ventures.